4-game card, Saturday, March 9th. It's a very interesting card, guys. I actually like this card. It's actually a very, very good matchup. A lot of interesting games. And here we're going to break down the first one. We got Chivas at home up against León. Honestly, guys, again, all the picks that you see on the screen, I'm not going to bet all of them. I'm not. There's just a couple that I'm going to tell you that I like the most. But again, it's just, I like all of them. I'm just not going to bet all of them. I just think it's some that you guys should probably take. If you don't like certain ones, you got a couple of options. We got Chivas at home. And normally I would tell you that they've been sitting at home nice and comfortable, but that hasn't been the case. You had Chivas go to Cruz Azul. They got absolutely smoked. In the second half, they did look better. A lot of those goals were counted offside. Multiple. It was at least 3 or 4. That game could have easily been 3-3, but they were 3-0 by the time the first half was over. So we did see some fight in them. And then you have them at home against America in the middle of the week. Again, got smoked 3-0. One goal, I think it was 2 goals in the first half, and then a third. No. 1 goal in the first half, and then in the second half, 2 goals. So that game ended 3-0. And again, that's Chivas at home. This was supposed to be the game where they play their best football. But having 3 brutal back-to-back, getting shut out 3-0, 2 games in a row, I'm not exactly sure why they're minus 105 favorites. Maybe because it is just León. León is 1-1-1 in their last 3 matches. 1 loss, 1 win, 1 draw. I think León is probably the better side that I'm going to go with here. The one most confident pick that I'm confident in is the León draw on the double chance at minus 118. Not a bad value spot that we're getting, being that we're going to get both sides of that, the León or a draw. And honestly, I think a draw mostly happens in this game if I'm just strictly looking at these prices. But I wouldn't doubt that León has a good, solid chance to walk away with a win, maybe 1-0. So I think the money line is worth taking a shot in. I'm not going to put much. I am going to sprinkle a little bit on it. But León draw on the double chance is something that I like. I do lean more towards the over. I think if we had to go with a total, I would lean more towards the over than the under. The problem is Chivas hasn't been scoring in their last 2-3 matches, and León hasn't exactly been scoring a lot either. So, that's kind of iffy, but this is Liga MX, and, the games can blow up out of nowhere. Both teams to score, I think, also has a solid chance of hitting it. I'm not that confident to hit it, but I don't think it's worth a bad bet, being that Chivas can easily get scored on, and so can León. It's just we haven't seen these teams get a lot of goals, but in their last 3 matches, León has been scoring more in each of those matches. In their last 3 games, León has scored at least 1 goal. Chivas, in their last 3 matches, they've only scored in 1 match. They played against Pumas, then Cruz Azul, then America. So it has been a tough road for them. This is like their first easy game in a while. But they've only scored against those tough teams in 1, and that was against Pumas at home. But León is not a team I exactly want to count out. I'd never want to count them out. Then again, you never really want to count out any team in this league. But Chivas should have shown definitely a lot more fight. I think just getting smoked 3-0 in back-to-back games, I think that has to affect them up here, kind of, a little bit. And then León they lost to Cruz Azul just barely, 3-2. Again, that was a very controversial game in my opinion, with those lights going out right around minute 74. Then they had to play an extra 20 minutes. You saw the game go at minute 130. Very weird game, but León still scored in that game. So we got to give it to them. Then they win, and then they end up drawing against Tijuana, which I get it. Doesn't look the best because it is Tijuana. They are on the do not bet list. Tijuana hasn't won a match either. Very, very tricky game. 2 teams that are not exactly showing the best, but León has at least been proving that they can score. Granted, the competition has not been much, but León scored against Cruz Azul, and that's something Chivas couldn't do, and that has been recent. That's enough for me to go with León, at least to draw, and then maybe sprinkle a little something on the money line. So I'm on the Leon side. If you guys like the Chivas side, if you think they bounce back at home after getting brutally beaten, your money, your choice. I gave you mine.